Next will be approval of agreement with Tennessee Department of Transportation for Virtue Road Phase 2.
Good evening. You had a called meeting a couple of weeks ago to go over the priorities in our capital improvements program. One of the things that I came away from that discussion with was the fact that you want to go ahead and move forward with the Virtue Road project. As luck would have it, I happen to have a TDOT contract in hand for development of that project, and that's what was in your packet tonight.
Uncanny, isn't it? I was like,
We'll have to go back to that.
This project is really just a continuation of what we did with Phase 1. It improves the geometric deficiencies of Virtue Road, widens to 11-foot lanes with curb and gutter. In this case, it'll be from the southern terminus of Phase 1 all the way down to Boyd Station Road. Correct that curve as best we can, and then about 1,000 feet to the west to Willow Cove Way. At that point, that should pick up with the improvements that the developer is doing with the Grove at Boyd Station subdivision. This will also include a 10-foot multi-use path on the west side from Turkey Creek Road to just south of Cumberland Presbyterian Church. At that point, it will tie into a greenway that the Grove is building that is extending over to Virtue Road. So eventually, it will all connect and go down Boyd Station Road all the way to McPhee. So I will say this is being funded in 3 funding periods through the TPO. It's an 80-20 split, 80% federal, 20% local funds. Currently, the preliminary engineering, the PE NEPA and PE design phases are all that are funded. That's in the current TIP, that's the Transportation Improvement Program, through the TPO. The right-of-way phase is included in the draft TIP that should be approved, I think, next month by the Executive Board. The construction phase, we will be requesting funding. That would be in the 26 to 29 TIP. So, all that being said, staff recommends approval of the TDOT contract for development of Virtue Road Phase 2 project.
Move to approve.
second.
Any residents?
Yes, sir.
None. Okay. Okay, you start out with Alderman White.
I'll just say anytime you can spend money and make a town safer for people to travel on and create a walking trail at the same time, it's money well spent. So,
Thanks.
Okay. Alderman Meyer.
I'm very excited about this project. I think this is one of the most dangerous roads we have in Farragut. I just want to recognize Daryl's hard work in obtaining these funds, as well as Mayor Williams. Without you all, we would be paying a lot more for this project, so thank you for your diligence. I wholeheartedly support it.
Oh, by the way, one of these days, we will publish a list of acronyms that, and we will go through that in a training session.
That would be
That'd be
helpful.
nice, because it's taken me 4 years to figure out what TIP is, but
Okay.
it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, something that a lot of people don't realize is every one of our TPO meetings, there is a full sheet that comes with our packet that gives you all the acronyms.
Oh, I like that.
Because when you sit through one of either Daryl's meetings or my meetings, that's what's used. And in order to keep up, you need a playbook.
That list is what reminded me that maybe we ought to do that with these
Very
meetings.
good idea. And hint, Allison. Yeah.
It is on the October agenda to be approved by by our committee.
Well, thank you again for your hard work in getting these funds.
Okay, Alderman Burnett.
Yeah, Daryl, is the greenway that'll be included with this on the west side?
Correct.
Okay, and it goes behind Lakeside Estates. And then what are your thoughts on what will happen down in the corner? Like how that, there's going to be a ton of traffic when this opens up on there, headed to a new school, and that is one heck of a turn.
Right. Well, we're going to have to flatten the curve out a good bit. I mean, right now, it's pretty much a 90-degree, it's like an intersection.
Yeah, the guy's got rocks there for a reason.
Yeah.
Is there a particular angle that you would, this is me just an accountant asking a traffic engineer, is there a particular angle that's deemed safer for buses and whatnot, or is that?
Oh, I would want to look it up, but
Okay.
I can see something like maybe a 300-foot radius curve,
Okay,
and that's one that we use in our subdivisions
okay.
a lot. I think it's 300 on a collector is a minimum.
No other questions?
Okay, Vice Mayor.
Real quick, I assume a similar process for design review that we went through with Union Road. They'll come in with the first shot at it. We'll get the citizens' input on what they're seeing.
Correct.
Okay, and Virtue Road, you just mentioned, is designated collector. Our subdivision regulations require at least a 6-foot grass strip.
Yes, I believe that's correct, yes.
If possible, and we have room right-of-way, I would love to see it be 8-foot. Anything, I know that we're starting to talk about street trees and anything that we can use to make our streets look more beautiful, and street trees to have a tendency to help with slowing traffic down. So if we can manage to get an 8-foot grass strip in there in areas, that would be wonderful.
That's what we'll be looking for.
That's what I'm
then.
advocating for. Thank you. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you. I've already said my piece. With discussion completed, I'll ask Town Recorder for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Burnett.
Yes.
Alderman Meyer.
Yes.
Alderman Pavlin.
Yes.
Alderman White.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Let the record show that the agreement has been approved. And thank you, Darrell.